Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So it appears my prediction last week was totally wrong because we had pretty big sales this week and low inventory, so our numbers are going right back to where they were. So let's take a look at what happened. So last week we had 26 properties sell in Georgetown. That is quite a high number, especially compared to the 2 weeks prior. So it appears that things are bouncing back. Of those 26, we had 12 of them sell over asking. So we're still seeing a lot of competition out there, and some of them got like 6 figures over asking. So I still think there's those desperate buyers, and there just isn't a lot of quality inventory right now. In terms of new listings in Georgetown, we had 17 new properties enter the market. So overall, our numbers are going to be down in terms of inventory this week because that is a huge gap between our sales and the number of new listings that hit the market. In Acton this week, we had 8 properties sell, which is a big number. I mean, as I predicted last week, we had a lot of new listings in their opening price point and a lot of those sold. So no surprise to see a big sales number in Acton, but we did have 8 new listings hit the market there. So things are about even. In Glen Williams, we had 1 property sell and 1 new listing. In Limehouse, there was no movement at all. In the rural market, we had 4 properties sell, which is a high number on a weekly basis for rural, and 2 new properties enter the market. So that's another area we're gonna see inventory dip. So now let's take a look at where we are in terms of active listings. So we have dipped into the double digits again. We are only at 98 active listings with 12 of them sold conditional. So we are right back to not having a ton of stuff available. The market that saw the biggest dip in inventory this week was definitely Georgetown. So Georgetown is down to 52 active listings, which is a low number for there. And in terms of the price points that we look at, every single price point is down. Under 700,000 only has 7 active listings, and a bunch of those are condos, so really not a lot available in our opening price point. Between 7 and 8 has dipped to only 4 active listings. 800,000 to $1 million is down to 13 active listings, which is still a decent number for that price point, but definitely down week over week. So over $1 million, we have 28 active listings, which is down week over week. It's still a pretty high number for that price point, but based on what we're seeing, that price point is still very busy, tons of bidding wars, lots of demand. I don't know when that is going to give, but we still have a lot of pent-up demand in our over $1 million price point in Georgetown. So in Acton this week, we are sitting at the same 14 active listings, which is a fine, normal-ish number for Acton. Glen Williams has 3, again, a normal number for there. Limehouse has 6 active listings, which is high, but the same as last week. And the rural market is down to 23 active listings, which is pretty low. We were seeing it push in the higher 20s. So we're only down to 23 listings there. A lot of them are higher price points. So really not a ton available for the lower price points in the rural market still. So overall, I thought we were seeing a slowdown. Things feel slower in my business. It's still moving and still busy, but not near the craziness that we were seeing. But some of these numbers and looking at what some of these properties got over asking, it is still a very hot market. People aren't really fazed by the COVID numbers, it seems. I mean, we all know that things aren't closing down and people aren't losing their jobs at the rate that they were the first time our cases were high. It still just feels to me like we are at the start of things shifting a bit. We definitely struggled for a few weeks, but it seems like post-Thanksgiving, people were right back into buying mode for before Christmas. So it's going to be interesting to see how the next few weeks pan out as the weather changes and as COVID cases continue to rise. I feel like we have to get some kind of dip here that we would normally start to feel in November. So we'll just continue to watch it. Right now, this week was super strong and definitely not trending the way the last 2 weeks were. So we'll see what happens. So I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great week.